Now, typically what happens is you work with a broker, a mortgage broker, and it's not like residential where you flood the market with your applications. With commercial mortgages, you have a broker who represents you. So make sure you like him. Make sure he works well with you and knows what you're looking to accomplish. I mean, we got Bob Damagello, we got Kevin Jenkins. You can have your own broker on your end. But what these guys do is they act as your advocate through the commercial paper market. So it's very suspicious for Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac to get your deal 6 times from 6 different lenders. That does not bode well for you. That makes you look like a residential investor if that ever should happen. That's why you choose one broker you like and you work with that particular person. Now, I'm just talking about a broker right now. I'm not talking about a lender. Lenders are different. So let's take a look at the type of lenders. If you're looking at a Class A property, where should you bring your deals? You can bring them to just about anybody. And when I say all, I mean government-sponsored entities, GSEs. Those are Fannie, your Freddie, your FHA, those types of lenders. They all love Class A. Class A also goes to the pension funds, to the what we call conduit lenders, to the insurance companies. Those people love Class A property, so they will look at your deal all day long. And that's what the Kevins and the Bobs do, is they take you to those types of deals. Now, what happens if you have a Class B property? Well, same thing. They are looked well upon by many of the government-sponsored entities, and you will have a lot of options as to where to go. Now, I put this asterisk in here because it reminds me to talk about something called pre-review markets. And that means that within those government-sponsored entities, they will take you, but not exactly, and not under all the same terms and conditions. If you are doing your deals in a pre-review marketplace, you better know that about your market before you get going. And a pre-review market is typically, I think if you go on Google and you do a search on pre-review markets, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, that's going to pop up. I think that the last count, the last time we talked about this, I think it was about 35 areas of the country that Fannie and Freddie and those government-sponsored entities are going to say, you know what, we will do this deal, but we're not going to do it at an 80% loan to value. You're going to have to put more money down. Like, for instance, when I was doing a deal in Michigan, this was pre-crash. We got a 80-20 loan, 80% loan to value. The market crashed. Michigan was no longer a favored nation by Fannie and Freddie. After that point, it became a pre-review marketplace, which means that anyone looking to buy my property using a government-sponsored entity is going to have to put down more money than they would at some other non-pre-review. So that hurt me from the position of being able to sell my property. So that's something that I always keep in mind when you're looking at these particular deals. Now, the Class C property, you're looking at Fred's Bank. You think and I tell you something, I see a lot of students with deals like this that are never going to get written by the GSEs. And right away in my mind, I think, oh, you got to be dealing with Fred's Bank down here. Now, the issue with Fred's Bank is that's a local lender. Typically, if it's a smaller size deal, you're going to Fred's Bank. If it's an older deal where there's a lot of capital improvements that need to be done, you're going to Fred's Bank. The Class A and the Class B lenders don't want to touch that deal. So you have to keep that in mind when you're looking at this deal and when you're doing your underwriting.